Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So a quick one before we continue, two things that I'd want to announce. Thank you so much. We made it to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you always for your support because you guys did it. When I did the last video, we were at around 900, 950, and we made it to the 1,000 mark. So thank you for always coming back to the channel, for always supporting, because it is my joy to be able to bring you this information and connect you to various opportunities to help you advance in your personal career growth and also in education as well. So the second announcement is we now have a podcast. Yes. So if you prefer listening to these tips when you're on the go, you're walking to work, cooking, all these other things, then you can be able to access the same information on the podcast. And these are going to be new things as well, and also things that are currently on the YouTube channel. So you don't want to miss it. So please go to the description box. You will see in a big headline it's written podcast. Click on that and you'll be able to take into wherever you listen to podcasts, and you'll be able to get these tips, Shivning scholarship tips that you can listen anywhere on the go. So let's get into the video. Hi guys, and welcome to the YouTube channel. So today we're going to do something a bit different. I'm going to do a reaction video to a fellow education YouTuber who also talks about scholarships and all. His name is Victor Agboga. He's a Nigerian. He's won various scholarships, around I think 5 of them. And he studied in the UK, in Germany, doing his master's, and now he's gotten other scholarships to go back to the UK to do his PhD. So I really like his channel, and I thought it would be good for you also to be introduced to him. And this video that he did talking about international scholarships should not be considered visa lottery schemes is something that I want you to hear. So we'll listen to it as I do a reaction.
My name is Victor, and I'm an international student from Nigeria, currently based in Cologne, Germany. I'm also an incoming PhD student at the University of Warwick in the UK. So this channel is dedicated to talking about how to get full postgraduate scholarships into top universities around the world. Today we'll be discussing particularly those interested in scholarships as a way of advancing their American dream, their European dream, their Asian dream, and whatever dream is out there. And let's go straight into the video. First of all, your dream is valid and nobody should tell you otherwise.
That's true. So what I want to add into this is there's some people who genuinely want to get scholarships so that they can go and study abroad, advance in their careers. Maybe the masters in their home countries are not as advanced and they'd want to get that top-notch, high-class degree or being taught by these renowned professors in those countries. So your dream is valid.
So there's nothing wrong in aspiring to relocate to a different country in search of greener pastures, or in search of the golden fleece, as the popular proverb goes. So there's nothing wrong in it, and nobody should tell you otherwise. However, if you're planning to use a scholarship as the means of attaining your American dream, your European dream, your Asian dream, you have to be careful and make sure you do your background research, your background work. I've noticed that a large number of candidates are more focused on this dream of leaving the country or leaving their country than actually investing themselves in the academic, scholarly requirements required to get a scholarship in the first place.
This is true, and I concur with him because some of the requests I've been getting, some people are interested in applying to the various scholarships that I talk about on my channel, the Shivning Scholarship, Commonwealth Dad, Orange Knowledge Program. But when you look at their background, they're not even qualified, they're not even eligible. All they are looking after is just to leave their country, which you've been told here by Victor is a valid thing. But if you want to use this route, can you just make sure that you're qualified? Because you're wasting your time, and then also every time you're getting these rejection things, it's denting into your self-esteem thinking that you're not good enough, but maybe it's just because you're not qualified for that particular program. Let's hear.
So people in this category are more interested in just leaving the country than whatever scholarship you're talking about. And why am I concerned about this? In recent weeks and months, I've been getting emails and inquiries and DMs about scholarships. And there have been some very beautiful statements of purpose, but I just have to make one correction or two and give a bit of guideline. But there are also some people that you do not even know how to help, because from my interactions with them, I find out that they do not have any genuine academic interest in the scholarships in the first place. They've not done their background research about the course, about the university, nothing. They're just interested in the scholarship, something that will just get them out of the country. And I think this is a little bit problematic, and it smells of desperation.
Yay! Victor, I am so happy that you mentioned this, because I'm getting also the same request. People are asking me to read their essays. When I say yes, because I get swamped. Imagine all these people coming to me, and then finally you say yes into looking at someone's essay, and you read and you're like, oh my God, I don't even, are you ready to take up higher education, really? Because even when you see the quality of work being submitted, and also someone hasn't even done their research about the scholarship, you are seeing it's just the same repurposed essay. They're saying they're applying for the Shivling scholarship, but inside you're seeing something about the dad scholarship. So you're like, you're not even keen. And as he said, this desperation of just wanting to get a scholarship to leave the country, we can tell from your application. And I actually did a video about essay mistakes to avoid, about sob stories and SOS calls, talking about how you're in poverty, you need a scholarship maybe to advance yourself, to lift your family out of poverty and things like that, which are all valid, but we do not want to hear your problems only in the essays. And as Victor is saying, you can actually tell if someone really wants to go and study and travel and leave the country, or just wants to go and leave the country without the study aspect. Let's continue.
And if you continue with this attitude and eventually apply for a scholarship, it wouldn't be difficult for the scholarship selections committee to sniff out your desperation.
Yeah.
So in other words, you have to balance your aspirations to travel abroad and genuine academic interest in the particular course and a particular discipline. Some people might even say, just give me any scholarship, show me any scholarship, any course is fine. Any course cannot be fine.
Please, any course can be fine. And I get this especially on my Facebook messages. Someone is just telling, just help me to get a scholarship to study in the US. Then I'm like, have you used Google? Have you checked Google? Or, some people just think that. Also, we invest a lot of time to do our research into these things. Yes, we are talking from experience, but also the research bit. So you don't also want to just be the person who wants to be spoon-fed here and there. And we can just tell, as you can see, Victor is mentioning, we can just see you're not interested in studying, you're interested in other things.
That is the point I'm trying to drive home today. A scholarship scheme or a scholarship offer is not the same as a visa lottery scheme. And if you're asking me about options to travel abroad, I do not know except through scholarships. And if you're applying through scholarships, there should be at least some substantial interest in academic advancement and professional advancement. And this means that you have to do background research on the courses, on the universities. You don't just come and say, I want to go abroad through scholarships and that is it.
Yeah.
And I must say from my own experience, yes, one of my motivations for applying for scholarships or for applying to universities abroad was because I wanted to also go abroad. That's a genuine intention to have. There's nothing wrong with it. But that did not overshadow my desire for academic excellence.
Did you hear what he said? Yes, he also wanted to go and enjoy life abroad, because people do these things for different reasons, to change your perspective, to live in a new environment, to study. But if you're going to go through the scholarship route, at least if you're choosing the scholarship or you're choosing the course, be interested in what you're going to study as well, because it's not just the scholarship is the one that is taking you there. And also it's important because when your let's say your motivation or what is pushing you to it will be noted in the essays. And also when you go for the visa interview, the people also try and ask, okay, so what are you going to study? What do you want to do after that? Why go study abroad? Why can't you do it in your own country? So if you've not aligned yourself through doing background research and also just looking deep into yourself and seeing if you're really interested in that particular course, then we can outrightly tell from your essays.
I remember during my visa interview in 2017 when I was moving to the UK for my first master's. After I told the lady about why I wanted to study at the London School of Economics and all the academic goodies I hoped to experience in that university, then I stated why particularly I wanted to go to the UK and why London. And I told her about all the interesting things I've heard about the United Kingdom, all the interesting pictures and videos and everything I've seen about London. And I mentioned side attractions like the London Eye, the British Museum, the Thames River. These are places I would like to go and see, the lifetime experience. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Yes. Yes, this is very important what he's mentioned. Yes, you're going to study, but you're also they know that their countries are maybe the best of the best, for lack of a better word. And it's not bad to include those things in your essay, to say, I would also want to come there and be able to explore the things I'd only read in novels or just seen online. I would want to see it with my own eyes. I said I wanted to go and visit the stadium, Man United, and all these other things, Old Trafford. So these are things that you can put here and there in a little bit in your essays, but it shouldn't overshadow the whole thing, because we are multifaceted beings. It's not just study. You also have a little bit of fun that you can inject in your studies while you're there, and it's not bad.
Some people even go to the extent of writing this in their statement of purpose, that I like this course, I like the professors, I like the department. Additionally, I like this country because I've heard about this concerts, this festivals, and I would like to participate in them. There's nothing wrong with that. But make sure that your intention to travel abroad doesn't override or overshadow your quest for academic excellence, because it is a scholarship for academic professional advancement and not just a visa scheme or a visa lottery to take you out of your country. Another mistake that people make, especially during when writing their statement of purpose, is that they give this list of problems that they're experiencing in the country. Oh, there's poverty, poor transportation.
Hey, this is what I'm talking about. Please, if you've not watched, I did the same video that he's talking about the essay mistakes to avoid. Avoid sob stories or SOS calls, save our souls. Like, remove me from my country because nothing is working. Take me out. And that is why I want to leave. No, if you approach your essays like that, oh my God, these problems are not unique to you. As I interviewed Stephen Mashua here, I'll also put a link to that video so that you can go and watch it. But let's listen to Victor's perspective.
Electricity, there's corruption, and they give a small paragraph, and that is why I need a scholarship to solve these problems. Documents like this are quite, they find it quite hilarious. Most members of the application committee, I can imagine, because this is essentially what I call an SOS message, save our soul. You are indirectly telling the admissions committee that here I am desperate, I need to leave, save me. That is just what you're saying. So a number of people do not go down to check the course, check the department, check the university. How does this complement my experience or my previous degree? How does this align with my future goals? Things like that. They just want to get me out of here, and it's not going to work. It shows desperation.
Oh gosh, I am so happy that I found another YouTuber who finds this thing also a little bit arcing. I thought it was just me, but it's something that we have all noticed, because guys, we need to do better. And this video is just to show you another person's perspective. We're all saying the same thing in different ways. So you need to pay attention so that this time round, when you're applying for the second round or the new round of scholarship applications, you know what not to do.
And most of these people in the admissions committee are already experts in sniffing out desperations and able to isolate genuine interest in the course and just those who want opportunities to travel abroad. So the key message today is that there's nothing wrong in your American dream, in your European dream, your Asian dream, or whatever dream it is.
Yes.
The dream is valid and nobody should tell you otherwise.
Yes.
But if you're applying for a scholarship, an international scholarship, make sure your desire to travel abroad doesn't outshine your desire for academic excellence in the first place.
Very true. I've mentioned in my previous videos how when I went to the UK, applied to the Shivning Scholarship. Yes, I wanted to get a master's, but not overriding thing, but what I really also wanted to do was to be able to experience Europe, to travel to some of the countries I've heard about. But this meant that my key focus that took me there was my studies, which is totally fine. So even if you still have a strong desire to explore, to travel, that is still fine, as Victor is saying. But just remember, when you're packaging yourself, presenting yourself in your essays, please ensure that the bulk of it, the anchor, the thing that is holding your essay down and is making you look like a person who is qualified, is your quest for education, because you've chosen to use the scholarship route. And then, as he said, you can add a little things here and there, talking about the new culture, the travel opportunities there, networking opportunities that you're going to get from that new country. So these are things that you can mention. But please, if you're using the scholarship route, it's not just like a visa lottery. Yes, it's the easiest way to get there, but you don't want to outrightly or bluntly just show that is your goal.
Tell them why this course is good for you. Tell them the background research you've done about this course. Mm-hmm. So it's not just about moving abroad, it's about academic excellence. And by the way, some scholarships require you to return to your country.
Yes.
Because they want you to impact your community, your country, and your local surroundings.
That's the Shivning Scholarship. We were required to come back home for a period of 2 years. So if you're looking for such scholarships, remember that there are some caveats like that. So that's, as long as you know what the scholarship wants, at least in the essay you can be able to mention that. So when I was also doing my essays for the Shivning Scholarship, at least I'll say, I want to get this new skill so that when I come back home, I can apply it in my community in this and this way. So that's a smart way to loop it around so that it doesn't look like you want to go abroad for the sake of going abroad.
So it's not their aim. The aim of scholarship is not to pluck people from developing countries or whatever country to study in Europe or the US or Asia, and that's all they want. Most of them wanting to give back to the community in the first place. So there should be a tampered desperation when it comes to moving abroad. There's nothing wrong with it, as I said initially, but make sure, it is important to make sure that you balance it. Yes. Do your research. Even make it easier for people like me, because when you send me your statement of purpose or when you send me questions, if you've done your background research, it makes it easier for me to intervene, to give you indicators or to show you what to look out for. But if you've not done your background research, you come across as desperate, and I might not even know from what angle to help you. I might probably just refer you to a travel agency instead of.
Oh my God, Victor here is being raw and honest. Please, if you want a mentor or someone to look through your essays, at least try and put down effort into your application or your essay. Because as you said, we get busy and we get so many requests. So can you imagine getting one from someone who's done good research, good background check, they've written, rewritten, redrafted their essays, and you can actually see they've put in effort, vis-a-vis someone who is sending you something, and you can see it's like there's no effort put in at all. They did it in a hurry, or some of them want you to edit or rewrite it for them, like edit it within the document. What I do is just to put suggestions in there so that you can work a way around it. And you find some people come back, others don't. So those who don't come back, you can actually see that, okay, so that one, they weren't too serious about it. Because when you send it to someone like me or Victor or any other person who's a scholarship winner, they will be able to let you know where you're going wrong and be blunt about it. So if you're ready to put in the work and you come back, at least it shows that you are actually serious about it. But those people who you give them suggestions, they go away because maybe they're feeling hurt, or they feel like they were not able to manipulate you to write it for them, then you can just see that this one was not serious about it.
Intervening in your situation because I do not see any genuine academic interest. So that's it, guys. A quick one about studying abroad. Make sure you're doing it for the right intentions. As I said, there's nothing wrong in your American dream, your European dream. There's nothing wrong in wanting to relocate to better your situation. But if you're doing that through a scholarship, do not come out as desperate. That's a do or die affair. That anything goes, just show me any opportunity, any scholarship, I'll be fine with it. There's a bit of a desperation, and with that, it's difficult to actually come up with a competitive application. So on the one hand, you want to go abroad, that is valid. On the second hand, you have done a beautiful research about this course or this scholarship or this department. So when you're writing your statement of purpose, when you're putting forward your application documents, you are doing it with deep knowledge, not with ignorance. You can mention names of people in the department. You can mention particular modules. You can mention ranking of universities. You can mention, so you've done a lot of things and are genuinely interested in academia. And as the topic says, scholarship programs are not visa lottery schemes.
Yes.
So you need to be genuinely, immensely invested in the courses that you want to study. So I think I've just repeated myself several times, but the language is clear. So permit me to end with this biblical allusion. So seek ye first academic excellence, and every other thing shall be added unto you. Amen. That's just the catchword for this video.
Thank you so much. I love how Victor is trying to also be nice while he's saying this, because you can actually see the frustration that has led him to do this video in particular. And we do this out of love. This is a labor of love. As I mentioned, it requires a lot of time, research as well. And we're giving of ourselves to actually do these videos to educate you about scholarship applications, because we really want you to win, to get them as well, and to experience what we experienced. So please remember this. Know your why. Know your why. Okay? So that it's not translated onto the essay, as Victor uses the word several times, as desperation. What I say is, yes, you want to go abroad, fine. Victor says it's fine. Your dreams are valid. But also remember that it is how you present yourself on paper, and it's not just you focusing on trying to run away from your country, but also trying to pursue academic excellence that is going to help you. As I say, the tagline of the channel is to help you advance in your personal growth and your career development, and also in education. So please, guys, this is something that is crucial. I thought that I would just do this also video reacting to what Victor has said, especially now that so many scholarships application windows are opening. The Shifting Scholarship is opening on the 3rd of September. So you have to be ready for that. So this will be a great video so that when you're reading what you've written, at least you listen and see, okay, how have I come off? Have I shown myself as someone who genuinely wants to study, who wants to better themselves through academics? Or am I showing that I'm just crying, help, 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 pick me, take me away, this place is bad? Or you just want to just get out for the sake of getting out? So what I'd request is go and check out Victor's channel. He does amazing content. When you go to his channel, write in the comment section, I'm here from Cynthia Kimola's channel. She brought me here, so that at least we can be able to see that. And I will try to find if he can be able to just come and we do a chit chat with Kimola, a conversation, an interview, just for him to tell us, give us tips about scholarship applications and what to do, what not to do, because as I said, he won 5 scholarships to study abroad, master's and PhD, so he must be doing something right. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Please subscribe and leave comments. What do you think about these views? Do you agree with them? Don't agree with them? Have you noted some of these mistakes as well, and how are you rectifying it? Thank you so much. Give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Thank you.